Ever wondered why some faces glow without a drop of makeup? The secret might just be sitting in your kitchen. Dubbed nature's Botox, castor oil is making waves in beauty circles. Today, dive deep with me into the world of castor oil. We'll unveil whether it's the hero your skincare saga needs, unlock the method to magnify its magic by threefold for your face, decode its powers for plush lips, and finally, the lash talk, your guide to using it for eye-popping eyelashes. But wait, there's more. The truth behind the prostaglandin rumors and its effect on eyes. And for those battling dry eye, stick around. Your solution might just be here with necessary precautions in tow. This old-school remedy is a multitasker. Let's discover how. So what is it? Well, castor oil is actually a vegetable oil derived from the castor beans of the castor oil plant Ricinus communis. Now, this castor oil plant is primarily grown in Africa, South America, and India. Nowadays, India is actually known as the world leader in castor oil production because of its favorable climate. They are making some of the best. It's extracted through a pressing or a solvent extraction process. Now, keep this extraction in mind for later, as it's the key feature that you want to look for if you want to triple its effectiveness. How you get it is important, and I'll describe it. I'll tell you exactly what to purchase and what to look for in yours. You probably already have it at home. An interesting fact you'll need to know before you go drinking this. One of the historical uses of castor oil is as a laxative. Now, the active ingredient in castor oil, racinoleic acid, stimulates the smooth muscle contractions in the intestines, in your belly, and that promotes bowel movements. Some people like that, but don't worry when I'm talking about it on the lips. There's not enough there that's going to cause that problem, and it is golden on the lips, as I'll go through. Speaking on another note, did you also know that castor oil can induce labor? So if you're pregnant, stay away from castor oil altogether. Now, what are the benefits of using castor oil on your skin, and why exactly is it called nature's Botox? That's a huge, powerful statement. Well, number one, of course, preventing wrinkles. So, castor oil contains antioxidants that fight free radicals in your body. Now, free radicals are responsible for accelerating the aging process, making wrinkles appear sooner. But that's not why people find its effects are like Botox. It's because of the next three elements. Number one, fighting acne. Yes, castor oil does that. Many don't know, but I did that in a poll, and now you do know if you follow my polls in the community section. But this may not be intuitive, as it's a very thick oil, but castor oil has antibacterial properties. So bacteria on your face can clog the pores, and don't take my word for it. I'm sure we'll get lots of varying comments, but pore clogging is unlikely to be high in the list. Number two, now what about those dry lips? It's amazing. It's an amazing hack, and few people really talk about the magic here in the lips, but it's a very common ingredient in both lipstick and glosses. If you have dry lips, skip the color use castor oil, but you may want to mix it with a better tasting oil like coconut oil. Everyone likes coconut. I use it plain, and I use it when I go skiing. What happens when you go skiing? Well, there is dry air up there. You are mouth breathing. Of course, I am short of breath up there half the time, whatever elevation we are at. And you are also sleeping in dry, heated environments. So it is a triple hit to the lips. And I did talk on my other social media about Radiator Face. If you don't know what Radiator Face is, comment below. I want you to know. Number three, next is reducing puffiness. It does a great job as an anti-inflammatory, and that helps reduce swelling and puffiness. So some people even swear it removes skin tags and warts. Not sure about that one, comment below. But here's the kicker, moisturizing. The moisture keeps your skin looking young, shiny, maybe glass skin if you like that, and healthy. This is why it's primarily called nature's Botox. It's astonishingly effective as an emollient, and it plumps like filler and removes wrinkles like Botox. Think pesky lines, cornea lines, lateral to the nasolabial lines, lip lines, anywhere the skin is thinnest, and of course it absorbs so well. They will disappear quickly and sometimes as quick as Botox. So that's where the name is derived from those three properties, but this one in particular. Oh, and by the way, for you warm climate enthusiasts, it can soothe a sunburn as well. Many of you use aloe, but due to castor oil's anti-inflammatory properties, it eases the pain associated with the inflammation, but at the same time, it's so moisturizing, it reduces the peeling, and that's another aesthetic benefit. Now, I don't want you getting sunburns, of course, but if you do, don't sob. Now, the castor oil we want for our faces is produced by, this is key, cold pressing castor seeds and then applying the heat, a little bit of heat, not using chemicals. So how do you use it on your face to double or triple its effectiveness? Well, here's the thing, there's all kinds of products out there. You want to look for yours to be 100% pure organic, cold pressed, extra virgin, and chemical or hexane free that ensures it's going to work. Number 2, castor oil is thick, so you should mix it with a carrier oil at least to start with before putting it on your face. I actually use it straight, but if you want to, you can put it with coconut oil. Almond is a good choice. Olive oil, there are many people that do that. You could also add it to shea butter for a little extra moisturizing effect. Often not needed, but some of you I know like that. Now apply this mixture to your face before bed. It's mostly a nighttime thing. After cleansing your skin, you then put on the oil, you leave it on overnight, or alternatively, you could wipe it off with a warm cloth after say 1 to 5 minutes. I like leaving it on overnight for most. It doesn't cause acne. You don't need anything before or after it, but if you have a light vitamin C or a hyaluronic acid like mine, apply that first, wait about 2-3 minutes, and then put this oil on top. That's a stunning combination. Oh, and here's another 3x tip. Keep it out of the sunlight. It does degrade, and so many people use their oils and then they forget about them for a month or two. You want it to be fresh. You don't want sunlight degrading it. You can see a picture of mine over here, and that's what it looks like. So of course it's in a container that's, tinted so it doesn't get the UV rays. When I say mine, it's the one I use. I don't make it. It's not my product. This is not a sponsored video. Now, I promised you lashes, and it's probably why many of you stuck around to the end, because lashes are in brows. So does it really make your eyelashes and brows grow? Well, it's generally safe, though there's no hard evidence that it can help the lash grow. There's tons of anecdotal evidence. And I had to hit that quick because I know you're going to be like, it works. It works for me, and I love it. There is some evidence that the racinoleic acid, that's the chemical compound that makes up about 90% of the oil, helps reverse hair loss. And one study found that racinoleic acid may help inhibit PGD2 or prostaglandin 2 and potentially help scalp hair grow back. So there are some studies, albeit they're typically small, but how do you actually do it? What are the precautions? Well, before you purchase any castor oil, I showed you one here, but read the label on yours, confirm that it's pure castor oil. Because it's the eyes, you want it pure. Castor oil that's been blended with other oils or ingredients often causes irritation, especially fragrances. So you want to make sure that the eyes are very sensitive and delicate, so avoid anything that isn't pure. Now, there are two types of castor oil that my patients bring to me that they use for beauty purposes. The first is the cold press that I showed you, but there's a second one called Jamaican black castor oil. People who are on this, you're passionate about it. Now that one, the Jamaican one, It's darker, it's brown in color. The one that I'm telling you about initially, that's more clear. So what you want to do, and follow these steps even on the skin. So number one, but for the eyes especially, do your patch test, put it on an area, your arm or back behind the ear, make sure you're not sensitive to it. Number two, the best time to treat your eyelashes once again before you go to bed. Number three, make sure your eyelashes are clean, completely free of any makeup again. You don't want irritation caused by multiple things on there, and the oil will increase absorption of anything on there. So clean them. Number four, pick up a small amount of castor oil. You can dip it in a cotton swab and then into the oil and put it on your lash. Go for a glass if you can find one, and it has a very thin wisp. You know, from putting on lash boosters better than I do, you guys. But this is a fine one, and the reason is you don't want to get it into the eye, because there is some evidence that in the safety studies and profile that it can harm the cornea a little bit, that you can get irritation in the cornea. You definitely don't want that. The cornea does heal back, as we know, but you don't want it chronically or long-term, so look for that. Instead of using the big cotton swab, because you're going to get it in your eye likely, look for that little wisp. Put it only on the lashes or the brow. Now, any oil that gets into your eye, it can be irritating, so you want to wash it out immediately with water or saline. Just rinse your eye. And number six, you want to wash off the castor oil in the morning with water, or makeup remover will work. Whatever you have, but you do want to remove it. Now let's talk dry eye a little bit, because a lot of people who are using it around the eyes will say, well, it made my dry eye better. I don't want you putting this directly into your eye. It's not meant for that. It's not sterile. There are drops that actually contain castor oil. They're sterile and they're meant for the eye. But people using them on the lashes and on the brow, of course, there's going to be a little bit that gets in the eye. It's almost impossible to avoid. It seems to make dry eye better for some. I would use the drops that have it. It's safer. And you want to put in the comments below if you've noticed that, because pooling all of us is really good. Now, what about the prostaglandin effects around the eye? Because, you know, Latisse and many of your lash boosters actually have prostaglandin analogs, and they have been shown and known and proven in great photographic studies to reduce the fat around the eye. And it's where you don't want to lose fat, of course, because that's precious fat. It's hard to get back. We can reverse it now, but you don't want to be on a lash serum like that. Well, there is some prostaglandin effect of castor oil. I personally have never seen someone come in who's been on it, who's lost their fat pads. There's no real data on this, but what I would say on that, you want to put it on and then don't overlap. You don't need to get it on the upper lid or the lower lid or, of course, in the eye, just to be safe. What I don't want you doing for my patients, I don't put them on Latisse and I don't put them on the lash boosters. They don't tell you sometimes that they have prostaglandin and analogs, or they're in there in a tricky form, so most people don't know that they're in there. But if you get on something, it works pretty quick and there's no growth factors. As we wrap up today's journey into the intriguing world of castor oil, it's clear this natural elixir holds a treasure trove of benefits for our skin and health, alongside a few caveats worth noting. Whether it's the promise of smoother, more radiant skin, the allure of thicker, luscious lashes, or the simple quest for a natural remedy to common ailments, castor oil has a spot in our wellness toolkit. Yet it's not without its quirks. Remember, too much of a good thing can sometimes backfire, especially when it comes to inducing labor or its laxative prowess. I am eager to hear your stories and experiences with castor oil. Has it been the golden ticket to your skincare routine, or have you encountered any bumps along the way? Your feedback is invaluable, not only to me, but to our growing community of wellness enthusiasts. If you found value in today's discussion, don't be shy. Hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments below, and consider subscribing to our channel for more insights into the fascinating world of natural health and beauty. Together, let's continue to unravel the mysteries of nature's gifts, one vial of castor oil at a time. Your engagement and curiosity are what make this journey so rewarding. So, until next time, keep shining, keep exploring, and let's keep the conversation going.